117 here on Denver Sports Station, Sports Radio 103 The Fan. 104.3 The Fan? I said that, didn't I? What'd I say? What did I say? Did I cuss?
If I got to come in here and correct you,
did I get a flag?
You may have left a 4 out there somewhere.
103? No, 104.3.
Nine. There may have been a 9er involved.
Hey, you know what? Just punch in the numbers.
Hey, we know where we
figure
are.
It out. You know, I want to introduce you to this. I don't even know if you're sick of this, so I don't want to say it. But I knew you from Superman. Tom Welling joins us. All right, from Supernatural.
Well, that was the show that was after ours. Smallville.
Smallville. Yeah. Supernatural's good too.
4s, 3s. Smallville, Supernatural.
Yeah, well, gosh, everybody's busting my balls today. Supernatural came right after you guys.
That's correct.
That was like the vampires and the demons guys.
Yep.
You were Smallville as a young Clark Kent.
Yeah, we were the good show.
You were the fun show. You were the value show.
That's
right.
True.
You got to do all this stuff. Also now in the movie Draft Day coming up, playing Brian Drew, the old hurt quarterback stuff. First of all, thanks for being on the show. We appreciate you coming to the studio.
Thanks for having me.
Now, are you a big sports fan? Was this a reach for you?
You know, I've been around sports my whole life. There's nothing really that I would know everything about. Like, I'm not a fanatic about anything, but I'm around sports a lot.
But you're athletic looking. I mean, you fit the place of being a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, my dad didn't let me or my brother ever play football growing up, which is funny. And here I am. Now, this is the third project where I played a quarterback, so it's kind of funny.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Drew, say hello to Tom.
Tom, how you doing?
Hey, Drew, you know, I'm glad you could be here.
Well, you want to know what? I heard you were coming in. I said, listen, I got things out of town I got to take care of.
Yeah, Drew tries to work out. He didn't want to stand up next to you. That's what he did. Let's be honest, right?
How is it down there?
It's beautiful down here in Scottsdale. It's not, this time of year is a good time of year down here, Tom. I suggest, between travels, you jump on in here, check out a little spring training. Hey, listen, I really enjoyed. Yeah, you can do that as well.
Now, Drew has a problem with the boxer. He just dropped off.
Okay.
Tell me about the project. Like I said, we saw it during the Super Bowl, and we got to go. I know you weren't up on stage with all the other cats up there. They didn't let you come there.
They didn't let me go.
Although it was cold there. Talk about the project and some of the stuff that you did and what you had to go through to get ready to play an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, actually, I got the job about 10 days before I was on set, so I didn't have much time physically to prepare. But I spent some time.
But you're always in shape, so that's good.
I try to stay pretty active.
Right.
In a sense. But I talked to a couple NFL quarterbacks, not about the game of football, but more what it was like to live as an NFL player and the toll it takes on you and your family and that sort of thing, because that's what my character goes through. Then I was able to go to the Cleveland Browns training camp for a couple of days, talk to those guys, hang out a little bit, and then we were shooting. Like, it was pretty quick.
Did you do a lot of stuff on location, or were those all in studios and sound stages?
No,
and all
a lot
that
of
stuff?
it's on location. It's the first film in history the NFL has ever endorsed. So we were actually at the Browns, training facility while they were doing their spring training.
Wow.
And then we shot at the stadium. So that's why we don't have to pretend to be a false team or a fake team.
Right, and you get to use all the real logos, the real jerseys, all the stuff that they protect.
Yeah, I mean, I have a real helmet that I use that I stole from set that I took home with me. And it's a legitimate NFL helmet, yeah.
Isn't that kind of crazy, though? How is it now? We talked about a while ago because we had Dennis Leary on the program, and he was supposed to be your coach, although making the movie, you never got to work with your coach, right? Although I think he was the one supporting you initially, right, in the movie, I don't want to give the movie all the way away. But he's got to be a crazy guy. That'd been a crazy guy to be around on set all day.
I didn't see him. My big scene was with Kevin, and he was great to work with. But in watching the film myself, Kevin was really, or Dennis was fun to watch. Kevin's hilarious, but in like an understated sort of like, one-liner kind of way.
Well, when you go from doing, I think you did over 200 episodes of Smallville.
220.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of years, a lot of time. What's the adjustment from that, or is there adjustment from that to now making kind of a big-time movie that they're going to promote and premiere? I mean, you're here in Denver to do this. I mean, is that a big jump?
Well, there's a lot more press involved, I'm realizing, after this tour. But there's a pace. Like in television, you shoot more pages of the script at a faster pace. Where in film, it's, maybe 1/4 of the speed. It's not one is better than the other. In film, you can focus more and really pay attention to every moment. Where in television, you have to pick your moments to really focus. But I'm enjoying the pace of film right now, having spent a decade on television.
Right, I was going to say. So the pace you're talking about, how far in advance is television shot as opposed to when did you finally wrap up shooting for this movie?
Yeah, it's a sliding scale on television. You start 2 months before the first air date, but by the time you get halfway through the season, you're up to a week before the air date because it takes 10 days to shoot an episode, but it airs every 7 days. It's like a math.
So it catches up eventually.
But I shot draft day last April, I think it was.
Really?
Yeah.
So almost a year ago, really.
Yeah.
A year ago. But is that quick to bring out a movie? Is that fast? A year?
It's on the faster side. It's usually 7 to 8 months of post production on a film.
Right.
And some take longer, and then sometimes they hold them for release dates and things like that.
And the reason I wanted that, they want to get this thing out before the quote unquote real draft day this year, right? They want to create a buzz and use, because let's be honest, the NFL, they're as good as movies are marketing. There's not a better marketing machine, seriously, than the NFL, right?
And I think they probably really hustled to get that trailer out for the Super Bowl too, which was fun for me to watch.
Right.
You know, that was the first time I saw the trailer, was watching the Super Bowl. I was like, hey, that looks like a good movie, and I think I'm in it. Like,
and you got big names, and so studios are going to get by. Well, first of all, you got the marketing machine of the NFL, and then when you have Gardner and Costner and some major names in there, Ellen Bernstein, which I believe won an Academy Award, by the way, for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I believe, for Nurse Ratched. She's in the movie. It was really an amazing cast of kind of well-knowns early in this movie.
Yeah,
in there.
And Ivan Reitman, who directs it, he's a legend with Ghostbusters, and I mean, it couldn't have been better.
When you look back and you see projects like this, that on one hand you're brushing, and I'm a big historical fiction kind of reader. I like to read, the little stories around true happenings that happened in our past. This is kind of like that. Not that it's historical, obviously, but there's a real world of the NFL.
Yeah.
How close do you have to keep it and yet still have the dramatic feeling of a good Hollywood blockbuster type movie?
Well, I mean, the funny thing is, it's funny how in movies you never see anyone go to the bathroom or eat.
Right.
So some liberties are taken, I think, in time.
Especially war pictures. I always wonder about that in war pictures, right?
I just figure, like, maybe when you're in war, your body shuts down. I don't know. You don't get hungry. But there's some liberties. I don't know. I mean, obviously we weren't there at the draft last year. But I think what the viewers are going to be able to see and what I saw were things that I never saw before, given the access that we had. And I have a great appreciation for the severity of that day, for the teams and for even those players. I mean, and learning about how guys want to be chosen sooner because they make more money.
Right.
I just didn't know that.
Just like in a movie, you probably want to be in more scenes because the more scenes you're in, chances are your salary was a little higher.
Well, actually, it's the opposite, and thank God. You could do a movie and you're going to get paid, and you're cut out of the movie. You still get paid. That's a good thing.
Which Costner's first movie, right, was absolutely cut out of.
Is that right?
What's the movie, the 60s music and all the great stuff? He was the body.
Oh, I don't even remember.
Oh, gosh. Click on it. I'll find it here in a second.
Okay.
Somebody texted in. I know them. They had Jeff Goldblum, and they're going back to the funeral, and they're all getting stoned all weekend. It's a reunion. They all went to Michigan. He was
was that St. Elmo's Fire or something like that?
No. Well, it was kind of in that same time period. Someone's going to text us in. So.
Okay.
But he was the body, and he shot all these scenes, but basically the only thing that they showed was them dressing a guy to start the movie, but turns out it was a corpse. Well, that corpse was Costner.
Yeah.
So his first movie, he didn't even get any FaceTime it in, so I guess, like you said, they pay him.
Yeah, it's sort of like baseball versus football, guaranteed money versus performance money.
Hey, you're an interesting guy. Tom Williams is our guest, and the new movie coming out, Draft Day, which opens up pretty soon, right?
April 11th.
April 11th comes out. Plays the quarterback Brian Drew, and it's really a fun movie.
Yeah.
And there's going to be some of the harsh critics of, the fantasy football guys or the real football. Well, that couldn't really happen. There's no way Costner's going to be able to make that. Right. And whatever. It's a fun movie, Yeah. Suspend reality sometime when you go to movies. Yeah. It becomes fun. But you're a bigger guy for an actor, aren't you?
I'm a little bit, on the tall side, a little big, yeah.
Because you shocked me. I'm waiting for you when you come in here. Because I've met a bunch of actors, and usually they're like 5'6". Like De Niro's seriously, 5'5", 5'6", right? And they walk in, on the movies, they look Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, you're pretty tall for a radio.
Well, I'm 6'10" for a radio guy. That's pretty tall, right? But like Schwarzenegger, you walk in, you see him on movies, and he looks like he's 6'7", 320 pounds,
right.
And in reality, he's like 5'11" or maybe 6 foot. Now he's still a big guy.
There's only a handful of guys around my height, like Cusick and Ben Affleck, and there's only a couple guys.
Man, that's cool. I wish you a lot of success.
Thank you.
I've been a big fan for a long time. It's nice to meet you. You're as good looking in person, and I'm comfortable with my sexuality to tell you that. You're as good looking in person.
You look like you are, and that makes me uncomfortable saying that.
I know, right? That's a little scary. Hey, can I get your number? Anyway, hey, good luck with the movie. You do a great job, and you do really a believable part for a guy and not to give too much away, he's a quarterback who's hurt that wants. Hey, he's fighting for his job.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool. You did a great job in that movie, and good luck with everything else in the future.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Tom Welling, the movie, April 11th, opens up draft day. Smallville, Superman. Go back and buy all the DVDs. Do you get a piece of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hey, so get the Blockbuster or get the, what's the other?
Buy them for all your friends.
Yeah, go buy Netflix. Buy all the episodes and years of Smallville that you can. Go do that and help Tom out. All right, we'll come back. Clark Kellogg's going to join us here in just a little bit. You're listening to Denver Sports Station, Sports Radio 104.3 The Fan.